News today, World War III, this is the reason why UK is likely to follow US and France into Syria war. The UK is likely to join France and the US in military action against the Syrian regime after a suspected chemical weapons attack, a former British diplomat has warned. Crossbench peer Lord Ricketts questioned whether it was right for Britain to stand aside if the US and France took military action against Syria. President Donald Trump warned missiles would be fired in response to a suspected Syrian poison gas attack, ramping up World War III fears. Theresa May is reportedly edging closer to backing a Western military strike, saying the perpetrators of the gas attack on Douma must be held to account. Speaking on BBC's Radio 4's Today programme, Lord Ricketts said, "Of course, these are grave issues and ministers will have to weigh this up very carefully. It seems to me the question they have to answer is if the US and France, our two closest military allies, decide that it is right to take action, is it right for Britain to stand aside? Not least since we are the only other country in the world in recent weeks who has been subject to an attack using chemical weapons. I think it would be right for the three major Western military powers to act together." Lord Ricketts also claimed Russia-backed Syrian President Assad does not fear using deadly chemical weapons. He said, "We have to make our own decision, and I fully respect the reason that a majority in the House of Commons voted against the use of force in 2013. My own view is that actually that was a mistake and it has brought an end to any effective involvement in the Syria crisis and efforts to shape it. It has left Assad with a feeling of impunity, that he can use these terrible weapons and suffer no consequences." Questioned about the international crisis during a visit to Birmingham yesterday, the British Prime Minister acknowledged that evidence increasingly pointed towards Damascus. Ms May said, "All the indications are that the Syrian regime was responsible and we will be working with our closest allies on how we can ensure that those who are responsible are held to account and how we can prevent and deter the humanitarian catastrophe that comes from the use of chemical weapons in the future. The continued use of chemical weapons cannot go unchallenged." Russia's ambassador to Lebanon Alexander Zasypkin said any US missiles fired at Syria would be shot down and the launch sites targeted. He told Hezbollah's Al-Mana TV, "If there is a strike by the Americans, then the missiles will be downed and even the sources from which the missiles were fired." Breaking a self-imposed 48-hour silence to announce US response to the alleged attack, Mr. Trump responded on Twitter, "Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming, nice and new and smart. You shouldn't be partners with a gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it." The US President Donald Trump described the Syrian president as an animal and threatened retribution. Thanks for watch. Please share, like, comment this video and subscribe channel for latest news.